DMACC students, staff, and faculty is why we made that decision.
But as long as you're continuing to use tuition money and taxpayer money, you are directly funding those workshops, and that's what we're opposed to.
I understand that, and we stand behind our decision to support it.
And you understand that as long as you stand behind that decision,
Yeah.
we'll be pressuring your office to remove that school.
All right, I understand that.
All right. Thank you for being
Thank
courteous,
you.
and we appreciate your
No
opinion.
problem,
All right,
no
thank-
problem at all.
Yep, thank you.
You continue to support that. Who actually supports that? Is there somebody above you, or is that just your call?
No, that doesn't come from DMACC's perspective whatsoever. Nobody at DMACC supports any attack for Jan Michelson.
But now that you know about it, you just said to him that you're going to continue to support that attack with money. I
Well,
mean,
we're supporting the conference in its entirety, the anti-bullying stance against LGBTQ youth.
Okay,
So-
but this is bullying against Jan Michelson. And it's in the brochure. It's for the whole world to see. It's not some hidden agenda. It's not that some student's going to show up that day and suddenly be confronted and nobody knew about it. His name is in the workshop. And you just told Jake, I heard you a minute and a half ago say, we continue to support that. Who is supporting that bullying of Jan Michelson?
Nobody at DMACC supports bullying
So
Jan
what are you going to
Michelson.
do about it?
I believe that's an issue you might want to take up with the conference,
Perfect. Who is the person to take that up with?
the conference managers, which would be the group behind LGBTQ Safe Schools. And there's several people on that committee that developed that conference. I wouldn't know exactly the right person to contact, but I'm sure it's on their website.
What I mean specifically, and if you'll allow me to ask
Yeah.
this question, it's your press conference, but
Yeah, that's fine.
who at DMACC has authority to say, quote, we will continue to support this, unquote? Is there somebody above you, or is that your decision? Who at DMACC is going to continue to fund this? attack
DMACC
on Jan
leadership, the
Michelson?
president and the vice president, I would say,
Are supportive of this?
are aware that we supported this conference, yes.
Okay, and they're your
That's who I
bosses?
report to, yes.
And what are their names?
President Rob Denson and Vice President Kim Linduska.
Okay, I think that's your next
Correct.
visit.
Sure.
All right.
Mrs. Schnell, does it bother you at all? I mean, Jake's making an accusation here that, you know, taxpayer funds, DMACC funds are being used to bully other people. Does that bother you, that?
Well, of course, because as the commission, we're committed to fairness and equality issues across our campuses and across the region.
Is that something that you might take up with the conference?
It's something that we'll take to discussion at the commission level in terms of our support, but in terms of who I might respond to at the conference, I would leave that as a commission decision. We would discuss it as a commission first.
Dar Danielson with Radio Iowa. Can I have you explain again why you decided to buy the tickets or support it? What was the idea behind that?
We support activities that build diversity awareness. In general, we support any type of activity that will increase awareness for our gay, lesbian youth that attend, or adults who attend our student body. We want them to feel included and non-discriminated. But for many groups across campuses, we support activities to increase awareness about Native American culture or African American culture. We just try to build awareness in terms of activities, programs, and curriculum at DMACC.
Did you have a chance to screen the proposal for the workshops and things, or what they're doing here at the governor's conference?
I did
Before
not
that-
personally look at every conference, no, at every one of the offerings at the conference, no. I knew that their overall mission was to promote safe schools, and we support that.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What about those students that aren't listed and are not helped by this bullying conference that have been bullied throughout time, those being Christian students, conservative students? There have been studies and research done that show college campuses are continually left-leaning and hostile towards those with a conservative or a Christian point of view. Where do those kids fall in, and why are they not included in this bullying conference?
Well, we have included all students too, if they were interested in attending. I personally have no doubt that they would be able to use one of the tickets that we've been provided.
Except for the workshop demeans them further by talking about the Bible as an excuse to hate. So it's one more form of bullying against those students.
Well, I think we could use this as an opportunity to find that middle ground. And DMACC is as supportive of our right students as we are our left students. So I don't think that's an issue that you would see at DMACC.
So perhaps as a sponsor, you might help get a workshop in for those Christian students who have been bullied in the classroom.
That's a really good working response. I don't know how far along we are in the development of that agenda for that conference, but that's something to consider in the future. I think that's a really good idea.
One other thing that you got here just after he finished his press conference, and he alluded to another workshop that greatly concerns me, and that is there will be a man there who's undergoing hormone treatments and surgery to become a woman, and she is going to be advocating for her lifestyle and sexuality and change in sexuality. Is that something that DMACC wants to support with tax dollars and student fees, is advocating that kids change from being male to female?
DMACC doesn't take a stance in advocating for any particular, we're not trying to promote any particular lifestyle, we're trying to raise awareness. So in that case, we may actually have students undergoing those sort of activities that by supporting the conference, we're also stating we understand that we have a very diverse student body and that everybody is a part of the DMACC mission and campus, and that we wouldn't discriminate against them for that reason.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but basically what I hear you saying in regard to this workshop that's promoting very strongly, in the wording of the workshop, very strongly promoting transvestitism, changing genders, and bisexuality, having sex with a man and a woman. What you're saying is that DMACC is fine, okay, supportive of promoting those activities and behaviors among your students.
No, we're only in support of raising awareness.
Okay, so if somebody came in and wanted to raise awareness of, let's say, pedophilia or bestiality, would you be supportive of raising awareness of those with a group that is actively promoting pedophilia?
I can't imagine, since that is against the law, that would be anything that DMACC would take part in.
Even through academic freedom, you would
No,
be
we don't
opposed
support
to-
illegal activities, no.
Okay, and so what you're saying is anything that's legal, you will be behind. Anything that's not legal, you won't be for.
I wouldn't even say that as a blanket statement. Anything that we do as a commission is discussed in commission with all of the members of the commission, and we also run approvals through the leadership at DMACC. So it is never one person's agenda. It is a multitude of people with very diverse backgrounds coming to agreement on what we will and won't support.